CNBC TV18 presents Digital India Vision 7.0, powered by MasterCard, ushering in India's Techade on 24th August 2022.
With more than 500 million internet users, India is one of the largest and the fastest growing markets for digital consumers. Technology is poised to quickly and radically change every aspect of India's economy. The state of Telangana is a prime example of adapting to the Digital India vision, and under the leadership of K.T. Ramarao, the ITE and C department took up a very ambitious Digital Telangana program with the intention to make each and every person digitally empowered so that he or she can make the best use of the digital facilities that are being offered at the doorstep. Network 18 has been at the forefront to highlight the success of the Digital India mission through the Digital India Vision initiative. Today we have with us Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, Principal Secretary, Industries, Commerce and IT at Telangana. Mr. Ranjan, it's a pleasure having you here with us, and thank you very much for joining. My first question is if you could tell us a little bit more about the Digital Telangana program and walk us through the journey.
Glad that you have asked me about Digital Telangana. This is one of our flagship programs, and we take lots of pride in whatever we have been able to achieve in the last 8 years. See, as you would know, Telangana is a new state and it was formed in the year 2014. And one of the very first decisions which we took as a government was that this will become a technology-enabled state. All the spheres of government activities, all the spheres where we interface with the public, all that will be enabled with technology. And therefore, we decided that we should develop a framework which is, first of all, very purpose-built to meet our ambitions. And it is also something which can be delivered or implemented in a defined period of time. And then we came up with our Digital Telangana framework. I feel very happy to share with you that within a few months of us launching our Digital Telangana program, the national government also launched their Digital India program. And we noticed that while there were many similarities between these two frameworks, the Digital India and the Digital Telangana, but in some aspects, our ambitions, our goals were even more far-reaching than that of Digital India. Now, if I have to explain what is Digital Telangana in a summary kind of way, let me put it this way, that it rests on two pillars. The first pillar is that of supply. I mean, how do you create digital infrastructure? Whatever digital work you want to do, it is not possible to do anything without a robust digital infrastructure. So what is the vision in Telangana to create that digital infrastructure that can be subsumed under the supply bucket of Digital Telangana? But more than that, the second bucket is on demand. I mean, even if I supply everything, how do I ensure that people use it optimally? How do I create demand for the digital infrastructure? So these are the two pillars of Digital Telangana. So now again, to tell you very, very crisply on what we do under supply, what do we do under demand, and what have we achieved so far.
Mr. Ranjan, I guess it all boils down to digital literacy, as you pointed out earlier. How important will 5G be for India's digital revolution? The auctions are done. People are expecting the rollout to be imminent. From a consumer, retail, as well as an enterprise point of view, what will be the role of 5G?
Yeah, definitely 5G will play a very important role. In my personal opinion, we are already late in the day. In fact, there are certain countries which have already started work on 6G, and we are still at the beginning of rolling out of 5G. This could have happened at least, in my opinion, easily 3 years ago or 4 years ago. But anyway, regardless of when it is happening, it will definitely be important for the digital industry, for the digital economy. There are lots of transactions where speed is of essence, the capability to carry volumes is of essence. 5G will facilitate that. And as you know, there are, for example, online education. We have seen during this pandemic time that the entire schooling program shifted to schooling from home or schooling remotely. Now, some of these lessons, which have lots of graphics, animation, bigger content, they could not be downloaded on your simple devices or basic devices, or where the broadband has its own limitations, etc. So obviously, if 5G is introduced rapidly throughout the country, the ability to look at better content, larger content, learn better learning opportunities, better delivery opportunities, all these things will be there. So my personal feeling is that since we are a bit late in this 5G bandwagon, we should do whatever it is required to expedite the rollout. And in fact, I know that Government of India has completed the auctions recently, but their rollout plan again seems to be kind of staggered. So we have been communicated that the rollout will start with, I think, 15 cities in the country in the first phase. And then gradually maybe the coverage will expand. But I don't see any reason why we can't do it simultaneously throughout the country without this first phase, second phase, third phase, and nth phase, etc. So the faster it is rolled out, and as I told you, in our state, we supported the telcos when the 4G rollout was happening by creating a very, very easy to adopt regime of approvals, permissions, etc. And telcos really made use of it. And as I mentioned earlier, I don't want to name anyone, but a couple of telcos told us that the coverage which they have reached in Telangana is amongst the highest in the country. And one of the contributing reasons was the way we supported the process of approvals, permissions, payments, and all that. So, as a state, we are very keen to get a complete 100% saturation of 5G, and we do hope that the telcos and the national government will match our ambitions with their policies, etc.
So you would press for more urgency when it comes to 5G rollout from the telcos. But from a telco's point of view, what we hear is that they're saying the ecosystem is not that developed. And considering they've just spent 1.5 lakh crore on the auctions right now, they would keep the return on capital in mind when they look at their rollout, which, as you said, is likely to be fairly staggered. Mr. Ranjan, this has been a fabulous conversation, but I would just like to get your thoughts. Any message for the CNBC TV 18 audience? We've been conducting this Digital India Vision now for the last 7 years. Any message that you would like to share?
Sure. So, first of all, it was a very enjoyable conversation. And I guess that many members in your audience who are watching this telecast may be technology developers. They may be startups, they may be young entrepreneurs, innovators. They could be members of various IT companies. So first of all, I would like to welcome all of them to try out their products and solutions in Telangana. We have a very user-friendly procurement policy. If you develop a product or solution in Telangana which is of relevance to the government, then we'll be happy to procure it bilaterally from you. We'll be happy to scale it up, provide you assistance, and so on and so forth. So the first message for the bigger audience, the larger audience that is about this. And the second, of course, is a general point that country, this is coincidentally the 75th year of our independence. We have had multiple successes, but there are lots of challenges also which we still face in this country. And our experience in Telangana has been that technology can really be the game changer. It can really be the instrument which creates a level playing field. But we have to ensure that challenges of digital divide, etc., are minimized or completely taken away. We provide good quality access in an affordable way to every citizen, whether he is in the cities or in villages, etc. And if we are able to do that, this will be a very monumental task of nation building. And obviously, this is something which the government alone cannot deliver. We request for everyone's partnership, everyone's collaboration and support. And as I said, Telangana has vowed itself to become a technology-enabled state. So the more partners and collaborators that we can onboard in our journey, the better off we will all be. So look forward to continued engagement with all the viewers of the CNBC 18 special event today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ranjan, for joining in.
Thank you very much for having me on the program.
CNBC TV 18 presents Digital India Vision 7.0, powered by MasterCard. Ushering in India's Tech Aid on 24th August 2022.